Welcome to the flavor chase. 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 Are we on? Are we live? Cool. Welcome to the Flavor Chase. This is your host, Loner Mob, and today we're going to check out something different for the show, something that I have not tried yet for the show, and that is some BHO oil. This here, it comes from Wisconsin Hemp Flower, and this is OZ Kush Cured Resin. So let's check this one out and see what this is talking about. For those newer to the show, hey, welcome, you know what I mean? And if you coming back from the previous show, Hemp Uploads Down, or you saw episode 1 or 2 of this show, hey, thanks for with me. I appreciate it. I really would help you. It really would help me out if you run them numbers up. You know what I mean? If you like content like this, holler at theflavorchase.wordpress.com to check out the blog. There's going to be some written content coming very soon, and some things exclusive to that, that for strains or any products that don't make it to the show. So I really do hope you'll enjoy that. And if you like this shirt, right, you know, just go to theflavorchase.wordpress.com. Check the merch link, and I really would appreciate your support on that. This can grow. What we doing can get bigger, but it can only get bigger with your support. You know what I mean? So I truly would appreciate it. I love it, and shouts out to anyone who does. All right. So what we have here is some cured resin. What is cured resin? Well, in the last episode, I smoked some hash from the Flower Club. This here is from Wisconsin Hemp Flower, and this is some of their OZ Kush flower that's been turned into cured resin. Cured resin is similar to that of a rosin, right? It's an extract, a more of a pure extract, right? But this involves taking flower, whether it be fresh, frozen, or in this case here, for live resin, or in this case here, cured flower to make cured resin here, and they take the cured resin, they freeze it, or sorry, they take the flower, they freeze it, they freeze it, right? And they run it through a column with butane, with BHO oil, butane. And what that does is it knocks off all the trichomes and the terpenes and everything like that are on the plant. It knocks everything off into a pure concentrate, right? So then you would let the butane dissolve off, all right? And let the butane dissolve to the point where there's no more of it, and then you're just left with a pure oil right here, right? So this here is some dab oil. This here is a nice golden oil, and this comes from OZ Kush, the OZ Kush F2. What is an F2? The F2 is the second generation of OZ Kush seeds that are provided by Hoku Genetics, right? So the F2 of OZ Kush has more CBG dominant phenotypes from these seeds. So this here should be a good mixture of CBD and CBG cannabinoids. Luke, the owner of Wisconsin Hemp Flower, graciously, he hollered at me and was telling me what he was working on. Told me, and if you've checked his Instagram in the past, you've seen some story updates where he's posted some screenshots saying this is the best oil that he's ever produced, right? So I sent him a message and said, hey, what's up with it? What's up? I heard you got some fire. What's up, right? So he told me a friend of his processed this at a lab here in California, sent it back to him, and now, you know, Luke has it for sale. This was not a free sample sent to me here. I did purchase this here. Luke is selling this at $25 a gram if you're buying, I believe, in the 1 to 4 gram region, right? And if you're buying in bulk 5 grams or more, holler at him. You could potentially get a discount on it, right? I bought 5 grams for $85. He sent 5.6 grams. Shouts out to Luke. Really, really appreciate you. He does say this is his best oil. I have dabbed it before this show, right? But we're going to dab it again. And what are we going to take this dab with? Well, instead of a traditional rig where you have to use a torch and wait for things to cool down and stuff like that, we're going to use this here. This is a Puffco Proxy, right? Shouts out to my... Oh man, I might get in trouble for that one. Shouts out to my wife there. She got me this Puffco Proxy for Valentine's Day. Oh, loving the air. She hooked me up for Valentine's Day with this Puffco Proxy here, and this is a really cool device here. It's kind of like the Sherlock Holmes way of taking dabs. Very classy, right? And how this works is that there's the glass piece right here, right? This is a glass piece that also doubles as a flower bowl, and this is the main chamber here that you put your dab into, right? And there's a hole in the back here, right? So we'll go ahead and take this chamber, put it inside the bowl and make sure that the hole in the back is faced up with this mouthpiece here. Then open the top here, and then here's the chamber where you drop your oil in, right? We're gonna try 2 Puffco products here, and I did pay for these, or my wife paid for one thing, I paid for another one, right? So none of this is sponsored by anybody. If y'all would like to sponsor me, hey, holla at your boy. All right, so we're gonna take this this tool here, and this is a Puffco, a hot knife here. This is a ceramic knife here that you can use to scoop up your oil, scoop up your concentrate, right? Just like that. And then you place it over the bowl, hold the button down, and it heats up, and the oil just falls right in there. Perfect. And then just wipe the knife off. Boom, boom, right? Wipe off the knife, and now you're done with that. And make sure it's closed. Make sure you close it properly each time. And by the way, the smell on this here, very much in line with the different F2 versions of OZ Kush that I've tried, right? It's kind of fruity. It's a little fruitier than it is gassier, right? It's fruity. It's kind of lemony and herbally, right? It's somewhat savory, somewhat like fruity and savory at the same time. And this one here is pretty loud too. This one has an excellent smell on it. As good as plenty of the type 1 genetics that I have in my refrigerator for my dab blocker, and really do enjoy it. All right, and that's on the nose on that. Let's see what this tastes like and if there are any effects to this. Now, once again, this is a type 3 product. It contains more CBD dominant oil, right, with some CBG oil in here as well from some of the different CBG phenotypes that went into the creation of this BHO oil. Now, on the Puffco Proxy, there's a power button right here, and you're gonna go ahead and hold this down. All right, when you hold it down, it turns on, and when you press it one time, you can cycle through between heat settings, right? Blue is cold, green is medium, red is hot, white is white hot. Personally, I'm a fan of low temp dabs where there's more flavor there, right? So we're gonna go ahead and do a low temp dab on this one here. You press it twice, and it vibrates twice to warm up for you, let you know that it's warming up. And it's gonna take a few seconds, maybe it varies depending on how cold it is outside or how cold it is in this room. This is a pretty cold garage here, but it'll be ready fairly soon, and we're gonna take our dab. So, you wanna join this experience with me? Let's go ahead and do it. Buzz, please. Oh, never mind. Well, here we go. That was a pretty decent session right there. About 4 solid hits. Very flavorful. Very flavorful. That was one of the best tasting CBD concentrates I've had. And I've tried some of the different oils that people have sent me in the past where it was just distillate with some terps added, right? And I didn't like any of that. Where it just kind of tastes like cologne. Doesn't really taste like true plant. You know what I mean? Doesn't really taste like how a strain smells. This one does. This one does. This is for real pure oil right here. The last thing I should say too is you get a Q-tip. I use Glob mops. Use a Q-tip, and you just go ahead and gently wipe the chamber once you're finished and kind of clear out that residual oil. And after that, hold the power button down again. It'll vibrate in a way that lets you know that it's winding down, and just like that, you're done. So really cool way to have a fast session, a quick sesh. You know, I don't know, maybe you got to hurry up and get to work, maybe you got to hurry up and get somewhere, or you got to hurry up and just do something, right? That's one of the best things that these extracts are for. Or if you wanted something that was just a stronger product, right? Now, I can tell you that this does have effects to it. The effects do hit me, but this is CBD and CBG dominant flower that went into it, right? Not type 1 THCA dominant flower or anything like that, right? So what this is giving me right here is just physical relaxation without any head fog, with a nice taste that still coats the palate, right? The feeling that I feel is primarily located in the chest area, in the chest region right here, where it kind of like that last hash shot I did yesterday, that last hash hit. It really kind of warms the chest up a little bit, and you feel pretty good, right? You feel pretty relaxed. There's no sort of couch lockiness or anything like that. There's no sort of spaciness or haziness or brain fog or anything like that. It's just a good feeling physical sensation that you feel that doesn't hit you like too strong. That doesn't hit you too strong, right? Some of my type 1 indica dominant dabs, my rosin and resin in there, if I hit that, you kind of feel your head changing as you're taking a hit, right? You kind of feel that head change going on mid hit. By the third hit, you might even start sweating or something like that, right? This won't give you that, because it's meant to be a type 3 product, right? It's meant to be a type 3 product, which is a CBD dominant product, which is I'm not going to say completely non-psychoactive, but which is a slightly psychoactive product, right? Just enough to give you a little bit of a buzz, a little bit of a feel good. You know what I mean? A feel good without feeling buzzed, right? When I say buzzed, I mean like a THC buzz or an alcohol buzz or anything like that. Like, this is something that you can completely operate a vehicle off of. I'm not gonna say you should do it, but I'm just saying that I believe you could, right? Not everyone, but if you know your tolerance and you got a tolerance like mine, you'd have no issue with this right here, right? I wish I lived in a place where I could just have this in my passenger seat or have this in my cup holder, you know what I mean? Have a little cooler to keep the dabs cool. That's one thing with these dabs here, right? You want to keep these cool. You don't want to keep them in a hot environment. They're best kept in a fridge. Some people keep their dabs or their resin or rosin in a freezer, right? You want to keep it at something low temp. Keep the temperature low and a light dark. That's the best way to maximize this right here, and keep it potent and fresh for as long as possible. All right, let's go into my final thoughts on this one. Well, Luke was spending February actually in Mexico with his wife and his baby. For those who don't know, right, Luke is just a dude trying to do something for his family, right? He's not trying to be one of these major corporate motherfuckers out here, right? Just a genuine dude, would like to be able to let the fruits of his labor provide for his family and provide for his wife and child over in Mexico, right? So Luke is currently in Mexico, and this will be back on sale officially, I believe, in March. It is listed on his website, but I'm not sure if he's going to actually be selling anything, like actually able to sell it and ship it out until he comes back from his trip. So this will be coming to the market very, very soon, and hey, I enjoyed it. $85, well spent. Beautiful taste, beautiful smell. It's a beautiful looking oil, and the effects on it do feel pleasant. Could I handle something stronger? Yeah, but if I had something stronger, well, it wouldn't necessarily be type 3, would it? So keep that in mind. That being said, though, I have no problem whatsoever recommending this here, the OZ Kush cured resin from Wisconsin Hemp Flower, as top shelf. This is top shelf type 3. All right, this is top shelf type 3, and you might disagree with me if you try this, right? But I don't think you will. You might, right? Hey, leave it all up to whatever. All right, I can't make no guarantees for you, right? But I do enjoy this, and but still, what could make this even better? The OZ Kush, the F1, right? I would love to see something like the side piece number 2 from Clutch City Farms, right? Or the OZ Kush Platinum Cut or Garlic Cut from 5 Leaf Wellness. I would like to see that in the resin. I want to take dabs of that because this here is a good direction. All right. Well, look, man, I appreciate you for checking out the show, coming in, spending some time to rock with me, right up in the spot. And before we go, man, I guess this is gonna be the way we sign out the show, bro. What are we, bro? We are cannabis consumers, all right? We are cannabis connoisseurs. We are cannabis cultivators, and we are cannabis curators. And we're not here to bring you solely the highest cannabinoid profiles, right? We know test results don't always tell the full story of a flower's true terpene expression, which is why we hunt. Not for the craft grown, but for the true top shelf. For that experience that makes our senses tingle when we pop a pack open. For the inhalation that coats our taste buds from puff to puff. We're not looking for right now. We're looking for the future. So put on your shoes and follow your nose.
Welcome to the flavor chase. We in search for the fire, that tropical Kool-Aid mixed with burnt rubber ties that we throw up in the paper. We favor and roll it up. Look like Olympic torches. We hoping we showing up. Type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4. What I want, what it do, what I need, my dro. This be my show, going out to all the coasts. It's the flavor chase player and loner mob, the host.